Welcome to the third episode of our first module on purpose. So far, I'm sure you've been following. We've talked about purpose and self-discovery, the concept of it, and every other thing that connects to it in our first episode. Then the last episode, we talked about proven keys or proven ways in which you can actually discover your purpose, and it was a powerful one. If you've not seen it, make sure you go back to get it. Now, I want to talk about understanding your potential for fulfilling purpose. One of the things we talked about when we spoke on proven keys to discover your purpose was one of the proven keys that you can use in discovering your purpose is your potentials. So I believe that your potential is one of those things you should really pay attention to understand that would help you discover your purpose. So understanding your potential for fulfilling purpose, understanding your potentials for fulfilling purpose. Now, your potential is your unrecognized, untapped ability and capacity or capability that resides within you. Your potential, your unrecognized and untapped. Now, what this entails is that you are more than what you think you are right now. Maybe you have seen the best part of you. You thought you have attained some level of success. You thought maybe you have been able to achieve some level of feat in your journey, maybe in your business, maybe in your academics, maybe in your career, maybe your ministry, maybe in whatsoever it is. But I want to let you know that there is still more. There is still more. There is still more in which you can still become. There is still more. God still has more. God still has more for you. You must not settle for what you have seen so far. You have only seen so far. There is still more you can become. There is still more. So there is still some unrecognized and untapped ability and capabilities inside of you that resides in you. Those things are called your potentials. So already, even after discovering your purpose, let me even say this, even after discovering your purpose, you can still be having potentials of becoming more. You can still have more potentials of becoming more, of becoming better, of doing better, of achieving more, of achieving better, of attaining greater heights. You can still do more. So you must be intentional about growth. So when we talk about your potential, when we talk about your untapped and unrecognized abilities and capabilities that reside in you, we are trying to tell you, you should ensure that you don't stop where you have been able to attain. You should ensure that you don't stop wherever you have been able to, whatsoever level of success you have been able to come into. Know that there is still more. So your potential is your unrecognized and untapped abilities and capability that reside within you. Now, your gifts, talents, and abilities, when not recognized, are your potentials. There are still more. There are still more giftings you have. There are still more talents you have. There are still more abilities you have. When they are not recognized, they are also your potentials. And God intends that you should die empty. You should be able to maximize your potentials. You should be able to deploy, to be able to tap into the hidden resources, the thing that you have, the thing that God has invested in you. God expects you to be able to tap into them so that you can become everything. Because if you do not pay attention to this thing, you might not become what God has in mind. You can become so far you can actually attain what you think, what people think, what the society think, but there is still a lot more. You have been able to attain certain level of results, certain level of exploits. There is still more, sir. There is still more, man. There is still a lot more you can become. There are still dimensions to your gift. Maybe you have seen the healing grace upon your life. Sir, there is still more to that gifting. Maybe you have seen a dimension of your singing gift, your talent. Sir, there is still more to that. Maybe your abilities, the skill set you have, the things you can do. There is still more, sir. There is still more. There is still more. There is still more. Beyond what you have seen, there is still more that you can become. Now, there is something you can do effortlessly. However, there is more you can do effortlessly. Beyond what you have been able to do, beyond what you have been able to see, you must be intentional. Now, I would like us to look at a subtopic under this, which is stirring up your gift or stirring up your potential, stirring up your gift. Now, do not neglect what you are gifted to do. Do not neglect. Do not neglect what you are gifted to do. The moment you have been able to recognize that this thing is possible, that this is what is available in you, do not neglect it. Do not neglect it. Do not neglect it. Go all in for it. Go all out for it. You must stir up your gift. It is your responsibility to stir up your gift. You can only become as powerful as you have decided to stir up your gift. Nobody will stir it up for you. Nobody will stir it up for you. You must be the one who will stir it up, who will stir it. If you don't stir it, nothing will happen. If you don't stir it, nobody will stir it, and you will live a mediocre kind of life. You will live an average kind of life. You live an average kind of life. So it is your responsibility to stir up your gift. If you don't stir it up, nobody stirs up for you, and you become less. So for you to become more of what God has ordained for you to become, you must be willing to stir up your gift. You must train your gift through consistent practice. One of the ways in which you can actually stir up your potential, stir up your gift, so that you can come into the full potential of what it is meant for it to manifest, or what it is meant for your life to produce, is that you must train your gift through consistent practice. You must train your gift through consistent practice. If you have the gift, let's say you can sing, for instance, practice singing. Practice singing. Let's say you have the gift of word of wisdom, for instance. Always look for an opportunity to give guidance. Always. You have a skill, let's say you have a digital skill, for instance, you have a tech skill. Always look for a medium by which you can always improve yourself. Stay it up by what? By practicing. Another thing is that for you to be able to stay up your gift, have mentors in that line to keep you stirred. Have mentors in that line to keep you stirred. Have mentors. You see, your mentors play an important role in ensuring you don't miss, you don't go out of track. You are consistent, you are on track, you are on point, you are consistently becoming and deploying the gifts and the graces, the potentials, and the giftings that are upon your life. So one of the things that your mentors do is to ensure you become more of whatever you already have. So one of the things you can do that will help you stir up your gift is to keep them around your life. You must build your gift to be so outstanding. You must be intentional. Don't settle for less. Don't say, okay, I think I'm okay now. This is the highest I can go. No. You must build your gift to become so outstanding. You must become so exceptional in the things you do. When people think of you and then think of you and think of what you do, they should know that this person is not just doing it anyhow. He's doing it to a world-class level. Now, the world does not reward excellence. The world does not reward gifts, rather. The world does not just reward gifts. It rewards excellence, competence, and it rewards competence and excellent skills that have been worked upon. The world does not just reward you because you have skill set, because you are gifted, because you have some abilities. Reward you because of the level of excellence and because of the level of competence, or because of how competent you have invested, how competent you have become in executing your skills or your gifts. Now, your purpose is tied to your most dominant ability and areas of grace. So you must pay attention to them. Your purpose is tied to your most dominant abilities and areas of grace. So you must pay attention to them. So what that means is that the moment you have been able to know that these things is possible, the moment you have been able to build some level of awareness, some level of consciousness, some level of capability, some level of of excellence around your potentials, around your gifts, then you must be intentional about developing them to the highest, because your purpose is tied to it. You must refuse to settle for less. You must refuse to settle for less. As far as it has to do with your destiny, with your purpose in life, you don't have any excuse whatsoever. You don't have any excuse whatsoever to live below standard. Ensure you are investing appropriately in understanding your potential for fulfilling purpose. When you truly understand your potential and then you truly invest in them and then you truly stay them up, it is easy for you to become everything that God has intended for you to become. God, after telling Jeremiah, I've ordained thee a prophet before the war began, all of that. Jeremiah didn't just sit back and then all of a sudden, began to manifest the prophetic or began to live out his destiny. No, it never happened that way. Jeremiah also became intentional. He began to stay up his gifts. Paul was speaking to Timothy. He said, how that from childhood thou hast known the Holy Scripture, who is able to make you wise unto God, and all of that. He said, he went ahead to say, all Scripture is given by God, for inspiration, for doctrine, for exhortation, all of that, that the man of God might be thoroughly furnished unto every good work. So he was trying to tell Timothy that he said you have been able to attain a level where certain possibilities are available, not because you are just aware of what is available in your life, but that you have been intentional so far in investing in the Holy Scriptures, in developing your potential for fulfilling his purpose. That was what happened to Timothy. And for you to be able to manifest your purpose, for you to be able to manifest your destiny, you must really understand your potential for manifesting your purpose, for fulfilling your destiny, and then you must be intentional about building and deploying them. So this is the end of this episode, and ensure you keep following. And if you've missed the previous episode, don't fail to go through them and always ensure to revisit. Lord bless you.